In order to make all of the project materials look realistic, we will start with the material editor in Enscape. Then we will see this window of Enscape Material Editor. This is the list of project materials. As we know from the previous lesson, first material is a paint of aluminum and iron. For doors and windows here and these panels, so we will select it to give it its properties according to these properties here to give us a realistic appearance. First we will make type as it is generic. Then in albedo we will go to the color. The current color isn't required because when we add the other properties we won't like the result. So we will choose a color from the palette here. It will be this color. We will notice that the color become light like so. We will not set any height map. Then in reflections, we will find three options: roughness, metallic, and specular. In roughness part, the lower its value, the higher of reflections sharpness. And the higher its value, the less of reflections sharpness. So we will set its value on 20%. Then in metallic we can give a material Fresnel or none at 0%. In order to achieve metallic in this material, we will make it at 100%. Notice that specular is closed because metallic is activated. We will notice that the color now is different from the tone we had chosen, and this is the required color. If we were still on this color which was in SketchUp, so it's not desirable color. But the color will give us the result we want is this color, the darkest gray color in this palette. Then move to the next material, which is the finish gray plaster here. To make sure that it's selected in Enscape, we can notice the thumbnail in SketchUp or click on SketchUp window, then pick the material. We will find that it's actually material number 2. Close to its surface to see the change we will make in it. The first change we will make in this material is choosing a height map. Height maps are 3 types: bump map, normal map, and displacement map. We will choose bump for this material, and it needs a map has the information of this material bump, or use the albedo, which is the original texture. So we will tell the software to use albedo to give this material a bump. After that we will set the amount of bump and make it 4. But we will notice that the scale of this material is quite small. So we will edit its dimensions and make it 80 by 80. We can see the scale of this material is changed, and OK with this value of bump. Then in reflections, we will set specular at 50 as it is, and the roughness at 70. The next is material number 3. It's just a color. It's the paint color exists on this part. If I picked it, we will find that it's the selected one. Like the first material, we will give it roughness and metallic. Close to the material to see the change, and set roughness at 50. Then number 4, this material is the plaster with the light color. We will make it as well as material number 2. Follow the same way. Use albedo in bump map and set its value at 4 and change its dimensions. After that, in reflections, set the specular at 50 as it is, then roughness at 80. Material number 5 is the material of the people door. We will notice that the material has a texture. It's a wood skin. Only a wooden UPVC layer, so its texture is soft. To achieve this look, we will use the normal map here. Then set the roughness at 20. And leave specular as it is. So we will see that the door has a somewhat smooth texture. Next material is material number 6, which is the glass material. From the thumbnail of this material, we will know that this is the glass material. We will notice that the glass has a reflection. In order to give it reflection, we will set roughness at 10% and the specular at 80. The higher specular, the more reflections. It may be at 90. And then the last part is transparency. And we will find that this material has information that it is transparent from the original material in SketchUp. And set it at transmittance and opacity at 60. It took 60 from SketchUp. Then the next material is number 7, which is the concrete floor. This material is somewhat rough, but it looks soft in the finish. So in order to adjust this material, we will use bump map, then use albedo, and set the amount at 2, and set roughness at 50, and its specular as it is. Then the material number 8 is the soil texture here. Click on use albedo and set the value as it is. Don't change any other thing. The next material is grass. We had set its properties, but there is a part needs some grass here in this place. Also this part that appears here. These parts need grass to be appear on it. So in the next lesson we will do it, and you will learn how to do it with an easy way.